Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, or whatever ungodly hour you find yourself listening. We are the Bards Against Humanity, here to strum your lute and absolutely wreck your ear holes. So prepare for a podcast that's going to hit harder than a nat one in bed, because we're coming in your ears.
That's right. I'm here, Leo. Why?
Why? Do you really
And
hate
of
this
course-
podcast that much?
And I am joined by, and of course, the beautiful intro done from our bootylicious Dan.
Bootylicious, all right.
You've got abundant to be proud of.
Got a bunda to be proud of.
Yeah, man, you should shake that thing. I've never seen a white man have such a bunda.
Hot fucking damn it.
Today we are going through the Oath of Glory. Now, for me, this is an oath I never even think to look at, so I'm excited to go through it with you.
All right. Yeah, I have. Gonna be honest, I forget the subclass exists quite often.
So do I. I tend to be, whenever I do Paladin, I'm just going to put it out there. I don't know if I have said it or not, but it needs to be put out there that I normally tend to go for like Oathbreaker. That tends to be the Paladin I go for. Now, unfortunately, they haven't done any changes for the Oathbreaker. Granted, it's so fucking sick, bruv. So we're veering into different territory. So what an Oath of Glory Paladin is. So Paladins who take the Oath of Glory believe they and their companions are destined to achieve glory through deeds of heroism. They train diligently and encourage their companions so that they are all ready when destiny calls. These Paladins share the following tenets: endeavor to be known by your deeds, face hardships with courage, inspire others to strive to glory, for glory. I mean, spade to spade, it would make sense for this to be far more common. This subclass must really suck.
It's just because of optimizing builds for like Oathbreaker and Oath of Vengeance would be by being able to use your Channel Divinity to gain advantage on all strikes against the enemy for 1 minute or so on, that you'd be able to fish for those critical hits a lot more often to just Nova with your smites. So yeah,
It's
this
true.
one must suck.
I'm not saying it does, but I'm not going to be shocked when it does. I don't think it'd be Circle of the Sea levels, but I've just never heard anyone say, I'm playing a Oath of Glory. Funnily enough, there's actually a change here in the tenets of the Oath of Glory, which I find is bizarre. Back in 2014, you also... so weird. You also had Hone the Body. Like raw stone, your body must be worked on so its potential can be realized. That's a bit fucking weird.
You're a gym bro. That's basically what
You're a
I'm
gym
saying
bro.
there is you're a gym bro.
You're the Arnold Schwarzenegger of D&D.
Yeah.
It's as best as it gets. It's my Arnold.
Get to the wagon. Get to the wagon now.
Oh, that's very good. That's much better than mine. That's very good. That's a clap. That's very good.
Can you tell that sometimes I just put on voices just for the fun of it? Okay, that's why I love this part of the fun of being a DM. Like, can you imagine if I was just voicing like an NPC that had the accent of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Just this tiny little gnome. It's got to be ironic, surely.
Yes.
Danny DeVito's Danny DeVito. If you can do Danny DeVito, that's the Goliath.
I don't think I can do it, Danny DeVito. The closest I can get is. So anyway, I started blasting.
Hey, Danny DeVito's tough. Danny DeVito. You never see someone impersonate Danny DeVito.
No, it's Danny DeVito or nobody DeVito.
Or nothing. Or no veto.
Exactly.
You gotta veto the veto.
Exactly. I was trying to work in a veto joke into that, but that's probably the best we'll get.
It's the best you'll get.
Exactly, yeah.
So, what do they get at level 3? Let's start this bad boy off.
At level 3, beforehand, if I have it right here, your Channel Divinity use that you got at level 3, you got 2 options in 2014. So you could choose Peerless Athlete. So as a bonus action, you can use your Channel Divinity to augment your athleticism. So for the next 10 minutes, you have advantage on strength, athletics, and dexterity acrobatics checks, and you can carry, push, drag, and lift twice as much as normal, and the distance of your long and high jumps increases by 10 feet. This extra distance costs movement as normal. You also had Inspiring Smite. Immediately after dealing damage to a creature with your Divine Smite feature, you can use your Channel Divinity as a bonus action and distribute temporary hit points of your to creatures of your choice within 30 feet of you, which can include you. The total number of temporary hit points equals to 2d8 plus your level in this class divided among the creatures however you like. Now you only get Inspiring Smite, which is immediately after you cast your Divine Smite, you can use your Channel Divinity to distribute the temporary hit points to creatures of your choice in 30 feet, the exact same as Inspiring Smite before, 2d8 plus your Paladin level, divided however you like.
I mean, it's not a bad ability. I can see why they completely fucked off Peerless Athlete. That was pointless and bullshit. Spade.
I'm gonna make a a little admission. No, they have still included Peerless Athlete. It's just further down underneath Oath of Glory spells, except it now lasts for an hour and you can use your Channel Divinity.
God fucking damn it! There it is.
Yep, still have Peerless Athlete.
Fucking hell. Oh, they've just made it 2 separate abilities.
Yeah.
They've used extra ink. It's so rare. Oh, it's not looking good for Oath of Glory. They never use extra ink in 2024. Oh no. Do you think people just forgot they had it because it was so pointless? Like this is such a niche. It's so rare. About to say the advantage on strength and dexterity. I mean, it might be good for like dungeon crawling sort of vibe where you gotta dodge traps. Like it's relatively good for roleplay. But to use your Channel Divinity in this sense, wildness. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, you cheeky bastard have just gone through 2 of the level 3 abilities. You cheeky bastard. The last one that you get at level 3, I can't believe they're 2 separate abilities. That really messes with me.
2 separate listings of fucking Channel Divinity.
Yeah, that's so weird. That unnerves me massively. Anyway. So, of course, you get your Oath of Glory spells, and you get them, the Paladin level 3, you get Guiding Bolt and Heroism. This is in 2024. At level 5, you get Enhanced Ability and Magic Weapon. At level 9, you get Haste and Protection from Energy. At 13, you get Compulsion and Freedom of Movement. And at 17, you get Legend Lore and Yolande's Regal Presence. Now, there are 2 spells that have been changed. Instead of Commune, you get Legend Lore, and instead of Flame Strike, you get Yolanda's Regal Presence. Now, I'm actually quite unfamiliar. I'm very unfamiliar of the level 17 spells.
Yep. Legend Lore, I think, allows you to, like any object, like view its history. I think given a significant check, you get to find out certain information about it. Yolande's Regal Presence, I want to say, is a new spell for the 2024 handbook. I don't think I've seen it before. So it's a level 5 enchantment, normally only known to bards and wizards, for concentration up to a minute and a casting time of an action. So you can surround yourself with an unearthly majesty in a 10-foot emanation. Whenever the emanation enters a space of a creature you can see, and whenever a creature you can see enters the emanation or ends its turn there, you can force that creature to make a wisdom saving throw, and on a failed save, the target takes 4d6 psychic damage and has the prone condition, and you can push it up to 10 feet away. On a successful save, the target takes half damage only, and the creature makes the save only once per turn.
Okay.
There is, in my opinion, better spells to be casting, but for a bard and a wizard, I can't see this being incredibly useful, but I'm prepared for people to flame me on this. And I understand that failing that wisdom saving throw, I imagine, is against your spell save DC, as per usual. Being able to force something to have the prone condition, which I think will just end their turn, and being able to push it 10 feet away, it's nice, but I believe there may be better uses for your spell slots.
Because it's so new, I don't want to comment too much on Yolande's. Yeah, fuck it. Yolande's spell. I can kind of see its value. I think Paladin level 17 is really high. It's super high for Legend Lore. considering the Oath of Glory Paladin wants to be a legend, I'm shocked this is at level 17. That's really poor. A lot of the other spells I'm kind of fine with. Yeah, yeah, it's the level 17 that I think it's pretty weak. And that's about to say Yolande's could be about to say forcing someone to go into the prone condition, irregardless of size, is really interesting. Because normally size is brought in, and this could technically be one of the only ways a gigantic being could be forced into the prone condition. So I don't mind it as a level 17, but Legend Lore is so to be at level 17. Now granted, I don't think Commune and Flame Strike are also in that same category of 17 either. Wasn't Flame Strike a level 5 spell for Oath of Devotion? Or it used to be?
It wouldn't have been I think it used to be. It's a 5th level spell, but they would have still gotten it at the 17th level.
Okay. I mean, it's just I just think it's a bit bizarre. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. As you can see, I'm not overly convinced.
Not convinced at all.
But you know, it's level 3. Oh no, they about to say it, in Oath of Devotion got the exact same level 17 of spells, Commune and Flame Strike, back in 2014.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just let's move on.
Yeah. So level 7, same name as before, you get Aura of Alacrity. So the old version of this was at 7th level, you emanate an aura that fills you and your companions at supernatural speed, allowing you to race across the battlefield in formation. Your walk speed increases by 10 feet. In addition, if you are incapacitated, the walking speed of any ally who starts their turn within 5 feet of you increases by 10 feet until the end of that turn. When you reach 18th level in this class, the aura increases to 10 feet. Pretty shitty aura. So now... your speed increases by 10 feet. None of that fluff was needed. In addition, whenever an ally enters your aura of protection for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, the ally speed increases by 10 feet until the end of their next turn. So your aura is 10 feet and increases to 30 feet at 18th level. There was no need to have it hindered that much in the old version.
Yeah, it's more usable.
It's more usable.
It's a massive. I think that's a massive improvement on an ability that's fine.
Oh god, yeah.
What is this class? What is this subclass? Oh my days.
It's a glorious subclass, that's what it is.
Talking about glorious, at level 15, you get glorious defense. Oh my days. So in 2024, you can turn defense into a sudden strike. When you or another creature you can see within 10 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can take a reaction to grant a bonus to the target's AC against that attack, potentially causing it to miss. The bonus equals your charisma modifier, minimum of +1. The attack misses, you can make one attack with a weapon against the attacker as part of this reaction if the attacker is within your weapon's range. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of once, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. And there is absolutely no change to it back from 2014. But this ability is cool. This is a good ability.
Yeah, it's really good. Being able to grant a bonus, and then as part of that same action, the same reaction, if the attack misses, you get to make an attack against that.
Like, you probably pair it up with a cheeky sentinel or something like that. Like, this is just good. This is good. There's lots of playability here. There's only one issue with it being level 15.
It's my main issue with Paladin subclasses, man.
Oh,
the abilities are so fucking varied.
Like, I don't even mind. Because obviously, like, in Oath of Devotion, last week's episode, we had, like there was a level 3 ability that slapped. The level 7 was a bit poor, don't get me wrong. But it was like, we had something to look forward to, and we look forward to it. I think this is the first relatively good ability. And it's a great ability. This could nearly be the capstone ability, and it wouldn't look out of place. At this stage, you're probably going to have a charisma modifier at level 15. At level 15, it's so late in the game. Like, you're that's minimum +4, surely. If you're building your character to a relatively accountable level, that's going to be +4.
A lot of optimized builds don't necessarily go past like 16 in their main stat, because they can just take feats and everything to improve that.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, surely you'll end up at 18 after feats and stuff. I don't know. But anyway, fine, fine. Fuck it. Even a plus three to an AC, and if they're not hitting you, they're probably hitting another front runner. You know what I mean? So they're gonna have a relatively high AC. This could cause them to miss it. You pair this off with a couple of feats like Sentinel and what's Polar Master, and you've got a killer combination. But it's at level 15. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. It's so late. It's
really,
so
really
late. Whoa. Also, I love how this could potentially be one of our shortest episodes ever, just because it's not a big subclass,
It's
not much
really
has actually changed. It's a very small subclass, and not much of it has changed. I'm trying really hard. I just don't want to keep repeating myself. Is my issue.
Yeah. Like the level 15 ability is fine. It's great if you can get to level 15 with your Paladin to be able to get this. Fantastic, but I just feel like so far there is better subclasses for Paladin potentially. So
Yeah.
what do we get at
I
level
agree.
20, I suppose?
Level 20. Here we come.
Level 20, you gain your feature Living Legends. The original of this in 2014 was from the 2014 versions. You can empower yourself with the legends, whether true or exaggerated, of your great deeds. As a bonus action, you gain the following benefits for a minute. You are blessed with another worldly presence, gaining advantage in all charisma checks. Once on each of your turns, when you make a weapon attack and miss, you can cause that attack to hit instead. If you fail a saving throw, you can use your reaction to re-roll it. You must use this new roll. Once you use this feature, you can use it again until a long rest, or you use a 5th level slot to use it again. This is the same, except for 10 minutes of... it lasts for 10 minutes instead of 1. Charismatic.
And you can recharge it.
And you can recharge it. It's the same... that the only change is the time limit. You could recharge it before. Because this was a later printing, I think, with Tasha's Culture and everything it was reprinted in. Originally came out in Mythic Odysseys of Theros.
Oh no.
Charismatic doesn't need to be there necessarily. Advantage in all charisma checks is great, but really you're going to want that a lot earlier than level 20. The saving throw reroll is fantastic. Use a reaction to reroll it, but that also means that you're conflicting with your use of Glorious Defense. Unerring Strike is just great. Being able to force an attack roll to hit instead, especially at level 20 when you could potentially be facing enemies that have serious AC. And technically, this is actually really funny. If you're facing an enemy that has access to reaction shield, because you've now missed with your attack roll, you can now Living Legend, Unerring Strike, force it to hit. So that was just a waste of shield. But, you know.
That's going to be really funny the first time.
It's going to be really funny the first time.
This is a fine ability. I think about say the 10 minutes. It's Unerring Strike. Realistically, the saving throw reroll in Charismatic could not be there, and it would still be just as good. Because you realistically shouldn't use your reaction unless it's a really go fuck yourself saving throw, which can happen at level 20. Don't get me wrong. So you'll probably use it once, but you're so used to saving your reaction for Glorious Defense. It's a good ability. Level 20 is very late. The fact that you at level 20 now only get advantage on charisma checks, not even saving throws, checks. So this is
You ready to go into the ratings of this now? Because I am.
You go first.
Straight off the bat, I want to give this a 4. It's temporary hit points with Inspiring Smite is good to an extent. Using a Channel Divinity to give not that many temporary hit points doesn't really feel nice. And granted, I know it's because you can use it as part of your Divine Smite casting, gives extra use to Divine Smite. It just feels like Aid is a better use there. Granted, that's an action, but increases your hit point maximum until a long rest. Your glory spells aren't anything to really write home about, except for haste, maybe. Heroism even gives fucking bonus temporary hit points, I think. And that's each turn. It's granted it's concentration. There's just nothing really about this class that impresses me until later levels, and let's be honest, you're not really going to be reaching them all that often. So I feel like 4 is fair. I don't think I can bring myself to give it any higher.
I agree with you, and for the exact same reasons. I think this subclass really kicks off at level 15, where you're gonna make a difference. This level 7, the speed thing, it jumps rope with its own theme quite a lot. I think you're right with 4. It's not Circle of the Sea bad. Like, Circle of the Sea was shit all the way through, while level 15, level 20, they are good abilities that I think you will be able to use and use relatively commonly to great effect, which is all we're looking for. I just think, I think 4. I think 4 is about right. I'm trying to find like kind of other stuff to make it a little bit further away from Circle of the Sea, but I can't. It's 4. I can completely understand why I've never heard of this subclass really before. I can see why no one plays it. It's stupid. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Let's say like most campaigns end at level 13. What have you got? You've got Aura of Alcatricity, Peerless Athlete, and a Can-Do Attitude.
It doesn't really feel anything glorious about this subclass. It's called the Oath of Glory, and so far, I don't feel it.
It's the Oath of Mid.
It's the Oath of Mid. If anything, it's the Oath of
Dead
my
ass.
body as a temple. But like, I don't know how I personally would change it, but it doesn't feel like it doesn't give like an aura of glory. I would not feel that playing the subclass would be all that fun for me until you got to the later levels, and even then I still don't think it would be worth it for me to choose this.
I have a fun note. Could you imagine if we all did a campaign choosing the worst subclasses and just trying to make it work?
Oh, I could see that being quite fun, actually.
So frustrating.
So frustrating,
So
but I can see that being fun. And then, you know what? I think we should do one shot just choosing a one shot or short campaign where we choose subclasses that we deem to be just pure shit and going with that.
Yeah.
And seeing how they go.
Who is the king of shits? We will find out. Or the queen. But that, dear listeners, brings us the end of another session where the dice are hard, the jokes are harder, and our standards are at an all-time low. If you enjoyed this chaos, be sure to like and subscribe. If not, at least we finished, even if you didn't. Goodbye.
Bye, folks. Don't ever choose the Oath of Glory. Don't do that to yourself.